Picture an island, small and verdant, ringed by pristine beaches and cloaked in the emerald embrace of a dense rainforest. This is North Sentinel Island, a place of captivating beauty, untouched by the modern world and shrouded in an aura of mystery. Located in the Bay of Bengal, this island, barely larger than Manhattan, is home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous tribe who have lived in isolation for centuries. Their world, a tapestry of ancient traditions and survival instincts, remains largely unknown to us. The Sentinelese have chosen to remain untouched by the currents of globalization and change, fiercely guarding their independence and way of life. Their story is a compelling reminder of the diversity of human existence and the importance of respecting different cultures. The story of North Sentinel Island's interaction with the outside world is sadly not always a peaceful one. The first recorded encounters with the Sentinelese date back to the colonial era, a time when the British Empire cast a long shadow across the globe. British expeditions, driven by the insatiable thirst for exploration and conquest, first made contact with the island in the 19th century. These initial encounters were often marked by misunderstanding and fear. The Sentinelese, fiercely protective of their homeland, met the British with hostility. Their bows and arrows a clear message of defiance against these strange intruders. The cultural chasm between the two groups, vast and unbridged, often resulted in conflict, leaving a dark stain on the early chapters of their shared history. The decades that followed were not kind to the Sentinelese. Attempts to establish contact were met with fierce resistance, and the islanders faced numerous threats, from diseases brought by the outsiders to outright violence. The scars of these encounters run deep, a stark reminder of the consequences of intrusion and the importance of respecting the autonomy of indigenous communities. Despite the challenges, the Sentinelese remained resilient, their spirit unbroken. Their story is a testament to the indomitable will of a people determined to protect their way of life, their home, their very existence. Their isolation, born out of a history marked by conflict and distrust, became their shield, protecting them from the encroaching influences of the outside world. In the latter half of the 20th century, a shift in approach occurred. Recognizing the Sentinelese's right to remain undisturbed, the Indian government, under whose jurisdiction the island falls, adopted a policy of minimal intervention. Contact attempts were largely abandoned, replaced by a policy of observation and respect for their isolation. There were, however, occasional attempts to establish peaceful contact. One such notable attempt occurred in 1991. A team of anthropologists and administrators approached the island, offering gifts of coconuts, a gesture met with cautious acceptance by some Sentinelese individuals. This interaction, while limited, offered a glimmer of hope, a tentative bridge across a chasm of cultural divide. Section 5. The Sentinelese, guardians of an ancient legacy. The Sentinelese, though physically isolated, are a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit. They are believed to be directly descended from some of the earliest human populations to migrate out of Africa, their lineage stretching back millennia. Their language, unique and undeciphered, is a linguistic treasure trove, a window into the distant past. Their knowledge of their environment, honed over generations, is profound. They navigate the seas with expertise, hunt and gather with sustainable practices, and live in harmony with the rhythms of nature. Theirs is a way of life untouched by the complexities of the modern world, a pristine example of human adaptation and survival. Section 6. Tragedy strikes. The death of John Allen Chau. The fragile peace surrounding North Sentinel Island was shattered in 2018. John Allen Chau, a young American missionary driven by a misguided sense of purpose, attempted to make contact with the Sentinelese, ignoring all warnings and trespassing on their protected land. His actions, met with predictable hostility, ended in tragedy, with Chau losing his life. Chau's death sparked international debate, raising complex questions about cultural sensitivity, the ethics of contact with uncontacted tribes, and the responsibilities of individuals and nations in protecting vulnerable cultures. It served as a stark reminder of the potential consequences of disregarding the wishes and the safety of indigenous communities. Section 7. Respecting isolation, a lesson in cultural preservation. The tragedy of John Allen Chau's death underscores the critical importance of respecting the Sentinelese's isolation. Their decision to remain uncontacted is not a challenge to be overcome, but a right to be respected, a right enshrined in Indian law and upheld by international conventions. The Sentinelese have thrived in isolation for centuries, their culture and way of life preserved by their choice to remain untouched by the outside world. It is our moral imperative to ensure that their right to exist on their own terms is protected, their isolation respected, and their future safeguarded from external threats. Section 8. The Enigma of North Sentinel. What lies ahead? North Sentinel Island, with its veil of mystery, continues to intrigue and captivate the world's imagination. The Sentinelese, by choice and circumstance, remain an enigma, their language, customs, and beliefs largely unknown. Their existence challenges our understanding of progress and development, reminding us that there are still corners of our planet untouched by modernity. Their future, however, remains uncertain. Climate change, with its unpredictable weather patterns and rising sea levels, poses a significant threat to their island home. Disease, should it ever reach their shores, could prove devastating to a population with no immunity to outside pathogens. Section 9. A call for understanding and protection. The story of North Sentinel Island is a powerful reminder of the importance of cultural diversity, the right to self-determination, and the need for responsible engagement with indigenous communities. It is a call for understanding, respect, and protection. The Sentinelese, in their isolation, hold a mirror to our own interconnected world, challenging us to confront our assumptions about progress and development. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that their story, a testament to human resilience and cultural survival, continues to be written on their own terms, in their own time, on their own island, free from interference and harm.